Welcome back to this sacred space. It's Silvia here, and today I'm going to share a special reading. We are going to work with our heart center. This is the call that I felt. And before to start, I want to share with you which are my services available for you, for your support along your ascension journey. So beyond the private oracle readings, you can also have energy readings, the Akashic Records readings, and I can also work creatively with your channeled symbol, which is a very special symbol that I channeled for you on your unique vibes, and that can help you to activate your talents, your latent potential. So all the details to work with me are in the description below, and I'm looking forward to supporting you along your transformation, personal evolution, and ascension, especially when you are a twin flame. So said this, let's begin. I've got here my sage. You know that I love burning sage to clear the space, to purify the energy. And so may we have a wonderful reading. I felt a call for these three decks. One is the Cosmic Dancer, then we have the Sexual Magic Tarot, and then my own Oracle deck, the Magick Path. So I'm going to turn a card for each one of them. You can now place a hand on your heart. Today we are working on the heart center, as I said. So the question that I felt it was important to ask, especially connecting with my guides, is what it is that I need to know today to come back to my love path. I felt this call that we need to go back to our hearts, to refocus on our hearts. This is the best moment to do it, as we are also in Mercury retrograde days. And we are also approaching the second eclipse of this year, which will be in a couple of days. So as we are getting ready for this deep work, which is continuing, we are going deeper and deeper, it's very important that we focus on our heart, because especially if you have listened to my channel message from Akasha that I posted yesterday, the guide said that the most powerful place to be in, it's in our heart, because there we can be grounded between heaven and earth, and there we can live embodying our full power. So I ask through this reading that we can be helped to go back to our heart, that we can connect to it, that we can feel our beats, which are producing their unique Morse code, their unique language, so that we can be guided through this path and through this other portal, through this other passage that we have in front of us. Okay, so with a hand on your heart, you can choose your deck, the one that you prefer. You can also choose all of them, or you can choose just two of them. The important thing is that you choose according to your heart. I also have here with me some roses from my garden. I wanted to show all of them because they are so beautiful and they have such a scent. In particular, these, the red roses, my goodness, I'd love for you to smell them. They're so beautiful and so intoxicating. Have you chosen your deck? Okay, so let's start with the first one. So we ask for one card to the Cosmic Dancer to show us how we can come back to our heart. What is it that we need to do to come back to our heart so that we can fully embody our power, and we can be fully grounded through this new passage that we have in front of us. Okay, this one. I'm going to put it here like this, and then I will turn them in a moment. Then we ask the sexual magic tarot, what is it that we need to know to come back to our heart, to be supported in this passage, to be grounded between heaven and earth, to embody fully our power. Okay, this one. And then I ask to my oracle deck, what is it that we need to know, or that we need to do in order to come back to our heart, to be fully grounded between heaven and earth, to go through this passage that we are living right now as we are getting ready to a new eclipse. How can we come back to our heart? What is it that we need to know to come back to our heart? Thank you. One card, thank you so much. Okay. And here we go. I also take advantage of this moment to let you know that when you desire to actually have a copy of my deck, the Magick Path, it is now available in my e-shop, and it's a new version of it. I had took advantage of this Mercury retrograde time, and I have redesigned it, so you will find it in a new version with the same images. The quotes have been slightly renewed, but they are very, very similar to the original. Just go to my shop and it's available there. I'm going to share the link so that you can finally have with very easy the deck. Okay, let's get started then. For the cosmic dancer, what is it that we need to know in order to go back to our heart? And it says, wow, so needed again, surrender and trust. So what do we want to say more than this? I'm going to show it to you a little bit closer. Surrender and trust. So to go back to our heart, and oh, look at this. Oh, this is amazing. I hope you can see it. You see this woman? Look. Her heart is coming out of her chest, and it feels that as she is like running towards something, you know, towards all these planets, such as she is running through her path, her unique path, then she is completely letting go, so much that her heart feels so light that it comes out of her chest. Isn't this, my goodness, so symbolic? So I truly feel that I do not have to say a lot, because this card is so straight, you know. So how can we surrender and trust? This looks very difficult when we desire something. However, when we are in the heart space, we are swimming in the sea of love, in an ocean of love. And so this love penetrates us. And when we are infused with love vibes, with love energy, well, we don't feel like asking for signs, asking for proofs, you know, or we are not asking all the time for something that we desire, just because we know deep inside that what is meant for us is coming to us. It's already within us. And so the more we trust, the more we embody love vibes, the more we can get in contact with the things that we desire, so that we merge and we become those things. So for you, when you've chosen the first oracle, the answer is surrender and trust. And see what unfolds for you as you do this. It's a daily practice. So what comes as well, it's about breathing. Conscious breathe. Maybe slow down a few times a day, put a hand on your heart and start breathing. Just 4 breaths, it's enough to go back to your heart and remind yourself to surrender and trust. Let's see now what the Sexual Magic Tarot says when you've chosen this deck. So to connect to your heart, to go back to your heart, the Tarot says, go to the Hierophant. This means that when you've chosen this card, some rules are needed in your life. So maybe you need to go back to some rituals. Have you lost the practice of your daily rituals, for example? Whether it is, to go for a walk in nature, to have your own oracle spread, to journal, to meditate maybe. So wherever it is for you, have a check of your habits, and when you feel that you disconnected from your habits, do something to practice more, because the Hierophant is talking about some rules which are necessary to build your life, to build your spiritual strength. So it's very important that you practice every day. If you've lost your practice, just come back to it just for a few minutes a day. And then when you practice for 1 week, then the other week you can do 10 minutes instead of just 5 minutes. And then you can maybe go to half an hour. And like this, you integrate this new or renewed habit in your life. The important thing is that you create a rule for you, a ritual, also maybe a mantra, something which is sacred for you and which you want to integrate in your life, so that it can root in your very being and you can become that thing. And you can be very, I dare say strict, but not in the meaning that you have to feel restriction, but that you have to feel devotion to your sacred practice, to your sacred rituals. And this is what is going to give you the strength to be in your heart. I love this card as well because this is very straight as well and very knitted. Let's go with the third oracle, the Magick Path. For you that you've chosen this card, wow! And we are in the heart chakra. You see all green, the background and also the card. The card says transformation. It's number 21 and its message is love transforms all things and people. Let love to be the soothing balm of your heart. So this is pretty similar to the first one, because here we have this lady, she's having a bath in love waters. So she's truly immersing herself in these waters, and she's letting the light of the heart, the light of love, to kiss her, to enter her whole being. She's allowing it. And so it's very similar to the first one, surrender and trust. Here it's about allowing the force of love to transform any situation in your life, any people in your life, and to let this love to cure your heart. So for this third card, when you've chosen this oracle, what you have to do to go back to your heart, to go back to the path of the heart, it's about allowing the transformation. Allow love to be the cure. Allow yourself to immerse your whole being into love energy, so that the transformation, the metamorphosis can take place. I feel that it's very similar with the first card. It's about trusting and allowing. And what I also love is that in both of these cards, we have a heart. You see, we have a little heart here, and we have this big heart here. So I feel that for those who have chosen these two options, we are more connected here with the heart center, and here we are more connected with our spiritual center and also power center. So they say solar plexus and crown chakra, and here we are in the heart chakra. So if you want to work with chakras as well. Said this, I feel that I want to give you one more card, one more oracle, which comes from the Heart Path oracle cards. Here they are. They are beautiful with these white doves. You see how beautiful they are. And they are pretty big actually, but I'm going to ask this oracle, which is very intense and very complex, so I will have to read the booklet for you, to seal this reading with a message of love that we can put on top of all the variations that we have here. So what is it that we need to know to go back to our heart? A message for all of us, for all our hearts. What is it that we need to know to go back to our heart and embody love more and more, to be more and more grounded into love energy? Okay, I go with this one. Let's see. Oh wow, I guess I've never pulled this card from this deck before. I like it. It says looping, cycle of life and death, honor, bless, and release the past. My goodness, this feels so intense. Okay, let me put it here. I get the booklet, and I'm going to read its message. Wow, I feel it very, very intensely. This is, as I said, the first time that I've pulled this card. And let me feel if there is anything that I want to say intuitively first. I feel here a connection with ancient Egypt. So for whoever you feels connected to ancient Egypt, I feel there is something for you especially. There is a special message for you as well. You may have had a past life in ancient Egypt. You may have lived there, and you may have died there. So there may be something that I get a couple of options. Something that you want to go back there and finish something that you've left uncompleted. And the second option is that you may want to revive something that you have learned here and that maybe you have forgotten in this life. But going back to the heart center, as we were saying and as we were asking to these cards, going back to your heart center, it can be very, very useful right now to help you to ground into your heart and into love energy. So you may be called to go there to complete something, or you may want to go there to revive something that you have learned there. Okay, I'm going to read you the message. Let's bring it closer because I feel that this is truly powerful. Reincarnation leaves an energetic signature, but it is the here and now that is important. Past deeds do affect us, but only if we refuse to learn from them and give them unnecessary attention. That which has gone before must be honored, blessed, and released. You need to face what is keeping you from loving yourself unconditionally. Identify behaviors that diminish your self-confidence and personal power, and see them for what they are. An illusion, a manufactured construct created to keep you from waking up to your truth. Once you know how to tap into and strengthen this wisdom, you can survive anything. Remember to allow yourself to do what you came here to do in this life. Crocodile teaches us how to be successful, gentle, a caring person in a harsh, seemingly cruel world. Like the ferocious crocodile who gently nestles and carries its baby in its mouth, we too need to remember to be sensitive and caring to our families and friends. When the scarab appears in our life, it is time to understand that the drama we are in is temporary. Remove yourself from it by focusing on the heart chakra and sending love to all involved. Be centered and allow others to feel your balance. Know that you will experience closure and will move on to the next adventure with friends, a romantic connection, and/or family. It is important that you understand that when life seems like a struggle, it is just one loop of the cycle. If you are patient and understanding, you will prevail. And the affirmation for this oracle brings to us is, I forgive and release old beliefs and habits that keep me locked in an infinite cycle of illusion. I forgive and release old beliefs and habits that keep me locked in an infinite cycle of illusion. Wow. This is truly intense. So we may want to place a hand on our hearts again. You may want to stop the video and dive into your heart for a few moments, or for as long as you feel it's right for you, and then you can come back and we seal this powerful reading. I want to seal it with this today, the love stone here. Let's place it here on the heart chakra, and also with the hank, which can be this magical key that opens the lock of our heart through the rebirth of ourselves, through the rebirth of love in our heart. I'm sending you love blessings. Thank you for sharing with me this sacred space. Until next time, take care. Aho.